Born identity. You can call me last breed. Lean heavy on the track. Lay that shit like old beats. Beat.
Welcome to the Off the Wall show on www.IntellectualRadio.com. I am JB3 with my beautiful co-host is in the building with her floppy hair and this beautiful blue. She know I love the color blue. I think I told her before that's what it was. That's why she wore it again. So look at here, man. This is the Off the Wall show and this is Miss Shireen C is in the building with me today, y'all. Oh my God. Yeah.
Let's y'all, what's up? We got a topic today.
Yeah,
y'all.
Let's get it.
Okay, before we jump into that, how was your weekend? Did you have a great weekend?
Actually, I did. Because I got to tell the story. I got to tell the story about what happened this weekend. A friend of mine had tickets to a show that we going out. She was like, there's something going on Saturday. I want you to be my date. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Now, this conversation happened 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I finally get the information out, so what's the address to this place? Because she was like, it's my coworker and I don't know her that well, but I just want you to, I want to be someplace where I know somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So we get there, I get to talking to her. She was like, I'm sending you the information. I say, what's the address to this place? She said, the address to the radio station.
Wow.
I say, you got to be kidding me. She was like, no, for real? I'm like, yeah, that's the radio station. So she tells me it's a grown and sexy event. So yeah, I got grown and sexy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't understand. Like this.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, that thing was, I showed
kind of nice.
I showed out a little bit.
Suited and booted.
I did, and I threw that together. Like for real. None of them pieces actually went together. You know what I mean? None of that came at the time. If I went to the store, none of that was bought at the same time.
Well, it was nice. You look kind of fly. You look fly to be the guy.
Well, I did. Hey, look, I'm a model for real sometimes. So, yeah, what happened was we got here and it was a beautiful show. They had singers. It was basically a packed house. People were like, there was a couple of feature singers, but come to find out that one of the guys that was in the band that was here, he was my choir director in high school.
Oh, wow.
Right. And mind you, I hadn't seen this dude since. Okay. I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago when we had Miss Michelle on the show and we got to talking about Mr. Montage Phelan. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He ended up showing up. So big ups to Montage Phelan. What's up, bro? We'll talk later. I hope you're watching the show. But yeah, it was a beautiful show. I mean, they jammed. Like they jammed hard. It was a whole bunch of cover songs, and then this one dude, he was singing falsetto. I wanted to come in and help him out and join in and say what's up to him, but it was his show. I didn't want to show him up, but he was doing his thing. Though.
Oh, wow!
I must admit,
so it sounded like that was a really grown and sexy event.
Oh, it was.
Really enjoyed it.
And like I said, I was with somebody, but necessarily she's not with me. She's my friend, and it was just so happened that I was trying to
you got
to
throw that disclaimer out there. No, she wasn't with me.
Yeah,
in case somebody out there that's like JB.
Yeah, for real. I truly had to do that. I mean, because it was some grown and sexy women in there too. You know what I mean? It was like, hamada. So I had to come
correct
and kind of pull myself away from her, like, you my friend. I gotta let you know that up in here. So if I step off, I don't want you trying to get mad at me and none of that. So, but I mean, it is what it is. We had a good time, and we showed out. The only thing is, me and her, we should have took pictures, but we didn't. But yeah, like I said, it was so many like people here that were supporting it. It was all black people. It was just a whole bunch of
so it was
artists.
A great event.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Because I saw the pictures, and you said I'm stepping to an event, and then I saw the
radio station.
So I was like, wow, the radio station had an event. Wow, I wasn't invited.
That's the thing, though. It wasn't his event. It wasn't like Intellectual Radio's event. It was just somebody that rented out the spot.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I get VIP status when I walk in the door. So it's what it is. I mean,
but big ups
I work here.
Big ups to Intellectual Radio because this is, if you guys are out there and you ever want an awesome spot to rent out for events and stuff,
we got a nice little stage.
You gotta look up with the station manager.
That's all. I mean, you
Earl
can
and
look us
Miss
up.
Wanda.
If y'all friends and y'all looking at our feeds or whatever, yeah, check us out. On Facebook Live, Instagram, or whatever, and YouTube. You can always come and say, "Hey, look, I want to rent out the spot." It ain't all that big. It'll hold about 100 people though, so you good. I mean, you'll have a good time. But yeah, Saturday was great. Saturday was a beautiful day, and you ain't turned that thing down.
I did.
And see, you're right. No, I didn't. I didn't have to use GPS to get here. Because, when I asked, I was like, what's the address to the place? She was like, 100. I'm like, wait, what? Are you serious? Come on, man. Like, you ain't got to worry about parking around here. I know this place like the back of my hand for real. Like, it is what it is. But, yeah, we had a good time Saturday. The band played awesome. There was a couple of, real hard, soulful singers. And a matter of fact, Miss Michelle's partner, Michael Kennedy was here the other day too. So yeah, big ups to Mike too, man. Mike did his thing. Mike is her partner whenever they, I guess, do a few shows, but he was here by himself, and Miss Michelle wasn't here. But it is what it is. But the funny thing is, all of them knew her. Like, yeah, Miss Michelle was here on the show a couple weeks ago. It was like, oh my God, I saw that. Da 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 da. So yeah, they enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful day.
So it looked like it was an awesome event, and that's what I really like about Intellectual Radio, the awesome event spaces that we have here, as well as the studios and stuff. And again, like I said, if you want to throw a very intimate and a very awesome event, if be it a lunch party for your single, or if you have a book signing and you just want an intimate event, please check out IntellectualRadio.com.
And it's affordable. Very affordable. Shameless plug. I don't care. I mean, it was a commercial, but I don't care.
But look up Miss Wanda and Earl. They
Earl Winfrey, the other Winfrey. So it is what it is. But to our topic today, what do you all think about the bait car?
Bait semi truck.
The bait car, bait semi truck that. Well, how many kids got arrested because they were stealing shoes off the back of a truck?
Well, what it was, if I'm not mistaken, it happened a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And so it was brought to my attention by one of the community advocates. He had a Facebook Live. He went live on Facebook, and I saw it in my timeline, but I didn't understand what it was. Martin G. He's a community advocate, and he was going off about it because he was filming it live as it was going on. Okay. And it was in my timeline. And because, I'm involved with all the community and stuff. But at first I didn't know what it was, because I questioned him, what is this? Why is there a semi truck? And why is all these police cars and stuff all around it? I didn't fully understand and know what the situation was at the time. Then I saw it on the news. And then when I saw it on the news, it was the what do you call it? The railroad authority, blah, 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 set up a sting operation where they put semi truck in the hood. Because I'm going to say the hood, because that's where they put them at.
Right.
On the south side, the west side, they put a semi truck out there that was full of Nike shoes and unlocked. And they put this semi truck unlocked, and then they had the police, I guess, undercover surrounding it, looking at it or whatever.
Nice little surveillance and setup. I mean, bottom line, that was illegal. It was entrapment. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was, because first of all, and there has been debate about it. So that's why we're opening up the lines now. Call into the radio station because you want to hear your opinion. 708-223-8953, as well as you can join the conversation live on IntellectualRadio.com, which is streaming live on YouTube. You can join our lives on Facebook, mine, Shireen C, and JB3's. Join our lives and join this conversation because we want your opinions about it. Apparently, there has been a lot of controversy about this and a lot of things about this bait truck, this bait semi truck. I even saw Father Flager wrote about it and posted about it.
The thing is, the big debate is this. Was it entrapment? Of course, I mean, it was entrapment. But at the same time, the kids are the police are saying, well, if the kids in the community just didn't steal out the truck, it wouldn't have been a problem. But think about it. You put this in a community where it's basically poor.
Right.
Okay. So
right next to the railroad tracks.
I mean,
in
it's prime location. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care who was there. You could have put this in anybody's neighborhood. It was like, that's just human nature.
Right.
You know, anybody could have walked into this car and seen it was open. There's a box full of, a truck full of Nikes.
It was Nikes.
Come on now. In a black neighborhood.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm saying. That, okay, first of all, you got a big, huge white semi truck, 18-wheeler in the hood, unattended with Nike shoes in there.
Yeah. And not to mention you got train robbers all the time. You got truck robbers all the time. That they always go and like search semi trucks, search the cars and the trains or whatever. You got all these people that always do that all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, those are, you can call them the criminals. But at the same time, you still have just human nature. It's like, okay,
if you see something there open,
right.
Curiosity, first of all, curiosity gonna kill the cat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you got a semi truck and it was a big white semi, you leave the door open on it, no lock on it, because most semi trucks, and I worked retail, when they come in, they got the seal on there. If the seal is cracked and you see the door open and you see cases of Nikes in there, I'm sorry, that's free for all.
It's human nature.
Because they just had a big thing not too long ago about the railroad cars that sit on the tracks while they're waiting to go to different places. They have the railroad, and people were breaking into the railroad cars and taking stuff out of there. So if they breaking into the railroad cars that's sitting on the track, but what do you think about a truck?
And here's the debate about that. Just like they do with surveillance or undercover workers and all that kind of other undercover cops and all that kind of stuff, that's their defense. Like, we were trying to catch these people that were raiding these cars, raiding these trains, raiding these semi trucks. That's their defense. And I can see it. I'm not saying I agree with it, because you ended up catching other people that's, I'm gonna use a Donald Trump word, very fine people. you catching people that's just like, if they would have found $1 on the ground and be like, oh, you got poor
people. You have people that are addicted to drugs or whatever, that's looking for their next fix. They want to get high. So those are the people that they were entrapping. I mean, the thing is, and I'm saying this, right. And I'm saying is that it was entrapment. It was, because how the HELL, you gonna put a semi truck in the middle of
a poor neighborhood.
Poor neighborhood. And you just think that people are gonna just walk by like do. Oh, I see that truck open.
But here's the question though. How far, or what you said it was an open, how much in the open was it though?
It was open. If you look at the picture, it was open. The one they did on the west side, and I know the fact about the one they did on the west side, they did in the west.
There was more than one though.
They did in different locations.
Oh, see, yeah, they were.
They did the one on the west.
Random black, that was like flies with crap. That's
the one they did on the west side was close to, and the reason why I know about it was close to by my mom's house. It was in West Garfield, underneath, right off of Lake Street by Central. Okay. And they put a semi truck right by Lake Street, where like there's like a little dead end, whatever, that is there. I mean, it's in the open. Like, come on now. That's right. The area that they put it in is what some people have right by Independence off the expressway over there. That's what they call it, the heroin highway.
Well, look, so, I'm from the south side. I don't know nothing about
I know about the west side, but I'm just saying they put it in the area where they are going. Somebody is going to look at it. Somebody is going to be curious and be like, okay, well, I got me some Nikes. And the boosters and everybody would have took it off of there. And you would have saw them on Chicago Avenue, Laramie, Madison. You would have saw them people up there trying to sell them. So, yes, I feel it is entrapment. It was entrapment. And the thing is for intelligent people, and I'm saying it like this, you should have known something was up, because a big semi truck in the hood is out of place.
Right.
Is out of place. The only time there's going to be a semi, and I'm saying this from the west side, the only time you're going to see a semi in the west side, a big semi like that, is if that person is over there to buy some drugs, pick up a hooker, or
they shooting a movie.
Right.
Miss Denai Hamilton on my live says how she feels about it is we had 60 plus shootings that same weekend, but nobody was in custody.
Yep.
The whole city is a setup. Yeah, and I believe that wholeheartedly.
Christopher Greer on my live said that was an entrapment, and he believes that it was entrapment. I also have...
the whole city believes it was entrapment. We have a caller. Who we got on the line? You on the Off the Wall show? This is who?
Mr. Greer.
Christopher Greer.
How you doing, Mr. Greer? One of our longtime listeners. What's your comment, sir?
I had a comment. I've actually seen other stings kind of like that, but it was actually something that was done for a study. What they did was they took a stack of rocks and they put them in the middle of the sidewalk. This was in a metropolitan area. I don't know what city that it was actually in, but they put a stack of rocks in the middle, and they had a sign there that said, "Just take one." And they saw that people were actually taking more than one rock, and they were just rocks. So if they think that someone is going to actually open up a trailer full of Nike T-shirts, Nike shoes in any type of neighborhood, that no one's going to touch it, that they would be crazy. That whole thing was
that was the whole plan.
That's why.
I think it was just to get the numbers up, and they just had to fill the jail up real quick. Because I mean, how many people did they find? Because I mean, 9 times out of 10, I guess they were trying to find other crimes. Because if they have these whole bunch of kids or just people in general, I can't even say kids because I don't know the age range that they picked up. But I also believe that they just were trying to find somebody to put maybe other crimes on. You know what I mean? Just to have just bodies in jail. I
think it was just to from me and my understanding, and I was reading a newspaper article the other day, I think it's the Railroad Authority, the guy in head of charge of that who did this thing. He did a public apology. It said that it was wrong of them to make that decision and that he apologized for them doing that thing. Now, with that apology, I'm asking a listener out there, what do you feel about this apology? Do you think that this apology is enough?
Well, I mean, first of all, I know that there's never enough to get people just arrested. There's nothing you can say to me. There's no sorry you can give me for I just want to put you in jail. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I just want to, put you in this box, for something that was really, like I said before, human nature. You put this. It's like putting a bunch of money. It could, like I said, it might have been
a good
shoes.
Idea at the time.
It was a good idea, but I mean, it might have been shoes. But had it been money, you would have called lawyers, you would have called doctors, you would have called anybody that was walking past this thing.
That's just like that
you would have called pastors that day.
That's just like that Brinks truck that blew the door blew open and all the money blew out on the expressway.
Who gave money back?
No, I don't know.
Right. See, exactly. Nobody gave money back that day. And I bet you nobody.
But they were going to arrest the people that did it. The police there were like, if you took the money, it's a federal offense.
No, it's not.
It blew open. I mean, I see a Brinks truck and the money flying on the expressway. I'm going to pull over and pick up as much as I can.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. You cannot prove that I found this money. You can't prove
it wasn't numbered.
Nope. No, it was, and it was unmarked bills. Oh no.
Yes, and it was actually money that was going to be destroyed.
Oh no, there's no way in the world. There's no way in hell that you gonna tell me that you gonna find this money some kind of way and charge me that it was a federal offense, federal offense. There's no way in the world. I'm sorry, you can't charge me because guess what? The money's in my pocket. and I'm gonna lie to you and say that I just got off work and got paid yesterday. And
man, I will hold that money. I put it in
nobody
the
will find that money on me
for a minute. We have Jory Jeffries. He said there needs to be a class action lawsuit against the police department and the city if possible. What needs to be discussed, find out the steps to take for legal action. He's saying that right. I totally that they should agree with that. Katie Love says, remember the burglary crew broke into the freight frames one night 2 years ago and saw big box after box of shiny new Ruger firearms.
Oh yeah, the guns.
Yep. That's what we were just talking about too. She said that train was in Inglewood. I just said that about the train that they broke into with the guns.
Okay, well, yeah, they've been doing that for years though. They have been dropping guns off in the hood to gang members and all kind of stuff. The mob, they've been doing that for years. It's just that now the internet's available and people are not, finding out about it. But yeah, the government been doing that for a long, long time. Now, mind you, I've never picked up a gun a day in my life. Okay, I've never shot a gun. That's just me. I've never been that dude. I don't like guns. That's just me. Okay, I was that kid that didn't like guns. I don't know why. But
I just think that this situation is just like it has gotten a lot of attention.
Of course it has, because regular people would have done the same thing. Not criminals. Not you put this in a poor neighborhood. Right. Again, that's like flies on crap. I'm sorry. You put this beautiful big truck full of shoes where with people with just walking around on their socks. Okay. Yeah.
People who don't have shoes, who are struggling.
How many bums? How many homeless people picked up shoes? How many just kids that just
don't have
was in
shoes.
Need? Right.
Right.
They was the kids that that's got the pro wings at the crib. Remember how we was the kids and people used to laugh at the ones with the pro wings? What if they had some winners on and they in 8th grade and everybody else got on LA whatever,
LA Gears.
I mean, I'm old. I'm sorry. LA Gears, British Knights, but you had all these. The whole class got on Jordans, and you walking around with some Fila boots. Okay. Come on now, and you find this truck. I promise you, I'm breaking the lock on that truck. You hear me?
Well, the lock was broken. All they had to do was just pick it up metaphor. And go. And that's the thing too. Reason this has really taken off on social media. I never thought that it would get out of Chicago, but I noticed it today on
Viceland. The crime is here, yeah.
Viceland. I don't know if you guys know that station, but it's Viceland. It was on there. It was even on HBO. Our producer Earl was saying that it was actually even on HBO. Okay. You know what HBO is a national that actually talked about that. So I think that something. News. Yeah. I think something needs to be done about it. I think that Jeffrey said, I think that there needs to be some class action lawsuit. There needs to be something because, in my opinion, this is just deteriorating our Black community or our brown community because you're punishing Black and brown poor people, and you're doing poor. Right, and you're doing it in a manner that you're taking what they are suffering from. They're suffering from poverty. They're suffering from hunger. They're suffering from not having the proper amount of shelter. So you're going to punish me or lock me up with what is ailing me. It's just like I'm sick and I know I need my medicine, but I see a nice shiny truck with the medicine that I need sitting outside
for free.
Do you think I'm not going to go get that medicine?
It's free. It's free. The bottom line is free. Like you had a box full of free shoes. Okay, a box full of free shoes that was wide open in a neighborhood where people can't afford these beautiful shoes.
Right.
Come on now. So you asked for that. Anybody. You could have found grandmas in there. You could have found, get about 5 or 6 for Johnny now. Yeah, for real. I'm almost certain that there was that type of people that was outside that was trying to get these boxes of shoes. Not just, like I said, it wasn't just criminals outside. That was just.
It was actually poor people that was doing it. They found a lick,
right?
It was poor people. If I'm a mother of 6, And I know I'm barely making it. I'm working a full-time job. I'm barely making it. And my kids don't have shoes. And I see that this truck out there, and I can get my kids some shoes for free. I'm sorry, but I may be one of those people on the truck trying to get some shoes for my kids.
Indeed.
Because of my situation. And, I'm just saying, I think that something other than an apology needs to be done. Our producer said that a good thing that they should do is the places where they had these
Where the bait car was,
they should have a job
fair.
fair, or some kind of resources to help the people in those communities. And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
How about just having another bait car? Just don't arrest nobody. Just give them the shoes. How about that? I mean, that too. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to try to help the community in the least way possible, you know what I mean? I can understand the jobs. That's fine. But then, you got to hire the poor people and try to help out the community the best way
exactly.
you can.
You got to offer them if you're going to create, if you see that there is a problem and you are your only solution to this problem is locking up people. And like Miss Katie said, the mass incarceration scam. If your only solution is to lock up these people for what they are suffering from, that's not a solution. You have to offer a resolution or offer something that will allow these people to see and understand that, you know what? I ain't gonna go over here and touch this because they've offered me this. Now, what they should have did, instead of spending all this money with all these shoes, they should have had a shoe giveaway.
Again,
a back to school giveaway. Hey, you kids don't have any shoes or whatever. Come here, let me give you these shoes. Let me give you a nice uniform, nice shirt. Did something like that. Because again, that same week, that was the week when they had them big mass shootings and all those people got killed. The world knew about that.
Right.
They locked down every major hospital. It was so bad they had people going to Loretta Hospital.
I don't know what that means because
it's on the west side. It's not even a trauma center, but they had people going there. Detouring people there.
Miss Denai Hamilton says, if you can't help them, don't hurt them.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. But you guys, we want to hear your opinion. We want to hear what you think should be a solution to this bait truck situation. We want to hear your opinion about this bait truck situation. Call the radio station 708-223-8953. Join the conversation live on IntellectualRadio.com. We're streaming live on YouTube. Join our live feeds. JB's is on Instagram. And mine is on Facebook Live. Join. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel about this situation. Is it a help or a hindrance? Is it entrapment? Was it not entrapment? We want to hear from you.
Indeed. But I still say it was entrapment. And I still say they should either, release or just expunge or throw out all the paperwork that they used over the weekend. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make any sense for you to do that. It was just like, I guess you were trying to build up numbers. They were trying to fill up a jail over the weekend, trying to catch somebody that they didn't catch. It was just like,
that weekend and the week before that, I can honestly say
in the barrel. I
it
think
was entrapment. It was entrapment.
It was a bet. That's what it was.
It was entrapment.
I bet you we can catch these cats. How many ninjas we can catch with these shoes.
Yep. That's what I kind of found offensive was you did gym shoes. Couldn't you have done anything else other than gym shoes? You do a semi truck full of gym shoes.
Anybody's going. I'm telling you, you would have found grandmas. You would have found like mamas. You would have found. Because think about this too. It's right before kids go away to college,
and right before back to school.
Back to school. Are you serious? A lot of kids
went back to school this week.
Everybody needs shoes. Everybody. Had I been out there, I probably would be in handcuffs right now.
They would have shoes. They need shoes, uniforms, book paper, back paper. They need everything. And for single mothers out there that are just barely making from ends meet, then those were probably some of the people that was out there. So yeah, but it is. It is. But switching it up on a more
Happier note.
Happier note. Well, not a happier note, because every time I talk about 45, I get in my feelings.
Here we
But
go.
I'm actually want to talk about Omarosa and her book, that came out. But the thing that I really, really, really just want everyone's opinion about is the fact that the president made a tweet and called her a dog.
Yeah, I mean, that was his way of not calling her the B word. But honestly, I think Omarosa,
a dog, a bit, whatever.
Right,
It's still the same thing.
It is.
And how is you as a president? I'm sorry. As you as a president gonna call somebody a dog?
Look.
Now she's a woman.
The thing is this. Omarosa is basically trying to get her black card back. You know what I mean? Because I understand, if she got all of this information and all, these tapes of Donald Trump saying racial slurs and all this kind of stuff on tape, guess what? I believe that the black community will accept her back. She'll be able to go to the cookouts again. But I mean, it's gonna take a lot. And big ups to Angela Rye, because I think she's gonna be the one that have to give it back to her. She's gonna have to be the one that have everybody accept Omarosa for who she is.
I don't know. I kind of she lost it with me when she first joined the whole thing with Trump.
Of course.
But now it's like, now you want to write this book about it and talk about, he used to call people the N-word and he's always been a racist and he's always been this way. I just really want.
First of all, she was trying to do it so she can keep her job. That's why she didn't say anything before. And when she lost it, it was like, oh, really?
He fired her. She ain't lost it.
That's
fired
what I'm saying.
And then that's what he tweeted too, that I am so glad the Secretary of General, whoever the hell he is.
General Kelly, yeah.
I am so happy he fired that dog.
But again, like I said, now she is a woman scorned. Like, oh, you want to treat me like this and you want to talk crap about me? Oh, I got you. You don't understand what, the power that I have in my pen right now. So, and yeah, she's upset. She's pissed. And I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad. I'm glad you're coming back, though. That's all I can say.
I'm just saying, I just can't get with and can't deal with the fact that, you do one thing and then you turn around and do another.
She was doing to keep her job at first.
Well, again, it was all about the money.
That too. They both reality stars.
I just don't agree with and you all, anybody that knows me know I don't agree with the Cheeto and I don't agree with 45 because I don't feel like he's the only president that's not presidential. He's an entertainer and a businessman with money. He cannot relate to.
He ain't no businessman. He's a failed businessman.
He cannot relate
to. That came into some money. Period.
Right. He cannot relate to common people because he's never been poor. Right, he never knows what it is to be poor. He's never had the struggle. So he cannot relate to some of the situations and things that are going on. And he is very vindictive and very petty.
He's a bully. That's all. He's a
on my way here, I think actually somebody was telling me that they were looking on the news that he is so petty that people that disagree with him or go against him, he is restricting their.
I saw that too.
He's restricting, I think, their travel or their security clearance or something.
Clearance, yeah.
What kind of president does that? Like
a baby.
And you're right. It's just like he's a big kid throwing a temper tantrum. That's what I see it as. A big kid throwing a temper tantrum. And I cannot believe that he is in this country. And I know I'm on my soapbox, but how do we have a president that has made these strict immigration laws when last week his wife's parents became citizens of the United States?
The right way. Now,
no, they came in on the chain.
Right.
Was it chain migration? What was it called?
Yeah, that's what it was. Chain migration.
Called chain migration?
Yes.
Where chain immigration, because his wife is she ain't even a U.S. citizen.
But she is now
because of him.
Right.
And because of her, they were able to get their citizenship. But that was quiet as kept and threw under the rug, though. Didn't nobody want to know about it until I had to give it to TMZ. TMZ kind of leaked it out there like,
Well, of
than
course
all
they
the
did.
other races. But the same policy that he is disbanding or getting rid of, his in-laws became citizens because of that. How ironic is that? How
Man.
crazy is that?
Look, and what about the Space Force?
I ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh man, come on now. That
Do we even have money for a Space Force?
we don't have money for that. But my thing is this though.
How you gonna
Mike
do?
Pence is trying to push this thing about. He's saying that there's forces or
in outer
enemies
space
abroad.
that we need the army for.
Like enemies abroad, where? Man, the only enemies that we got are in the country and the enemy is you. That's point blank period. You are the enemy of the people. All of y'all.
I saw
the whole
that.
administration.
I saw that and I was like, really? Is this what we doing now? Independence Day, the kind of force that they had at Independence Day, that's what he's trying to do. I'm like, oh really?
He's gonna have Spaceballs in a minute.
This is really, and I can understand. I'm dating my age, but I remember back in the day when Ronald Reagan did the Star Wars thing with the satellites, where the satellites would knock down the missiles as they were going to the thing. And I remember that in Star Wars. Was that what it was called, Earl? When Ronald Reagan and he did the Star Wars bill or whatever. But I think that's I'm old, y'all kind of know that. Yeah. But I think that's what it was, where he had the satellites that would aim towards missiles that would be coming towards the United States, and it would be stuff that would help in outer space.
I guess, but I mean, I understand that this is a whole nother topic, but I know that there's aliens out there, but I know that there's no alien regime coming for Earth. Okay. If it is, they're already here, because they won't. I mean, if it's intelligent life that's that intelligent to come all the way here, they don't necessarily just have to take anything. They can just come in, just kind of sit down. Relax,
I mean, even if there's intelligent life out there, which is area whatever 51, whatever it is, and you have the aliens and different things like that, they don't care about us.
No,
we're
batteries.
We have more to fear from ourselves than we have from people in outer space. Hell, we the one intruding on their territory. We the one going to Mars to explore. We the one went to the moon. We going into their territory. Yeah. So how we gonna go try and take over their land and then get upset and offended if they coming over here and like, hold up, y'all in
that Space Force is a crock.
I just think it's just like sci-fi and in the movies and the TV, and it's trying to take attention off of the things that he's doing. You're right.
It's a diversion, because they all know that Russia is, they've been colluding or whatever, man. But you know what? I want to take a little small break, and we'll be back with a different topic.
Okay. 708-223-8953. Join us as we go on.
It's nice to meet you. What's up? I'm nothing nice. My flow's designed direct for my times. Chills down your spine. 7SB unwind. My flow, it transforms like I'm Optimus Prime. God bless me with the flow in the glow divine. Sublime verbal supremacy. They cannot fuck with me. I make it seem easy. Spit it recklessly. Born identity. You can call me last breed. Lean heavy on the track. Lay that shit like old beast. Beast. Chicago representer. I'm cool, Joe. Lean back in the groove slow. Relate to this and let Mother Earth flow. Erupt like a volcanic eruption. I'm red, black, and green. Put me on the back of the bus and watch me call the scene. Nubian, African queen. That means I'm royalty. They pat me down. Ask about you. I show you loyalty. They got you now. Ask about me. You tell them everything. You fucking clown. What's that about? You told them everything. I'm on the run, I'm gon' keep running, I got to keep running. Master sent them dogs after me, they nigga hunting. Shotguns, they rally for me to main something. Hang me by the farmer's tree like I'm nothing, but I'm gon' keep running. Stop and start gunning. Fight them back under attack to free something. Fight them back under attack to be something. A phenomenal woman, so who the fuck they hunting? Wasn't born for nothing, raised by some suffering. essence, quality in abundance. I'm all in, I love it. Sister to a brother, daughter.
Well, show on Intellectual Radio, I am JB3, and with my beautiful co-host in this gorgeous blue sundress. Oh, hallelujah for sundresses. Huh, Miss Serene C is in the building, baby.
What's up, y'all? I'm back. How we doing? No, before we left to go to break, we were kind of bouncing back with two topics. But our major topic that we were talking about was the bait truck. And we were getting you guys' opinion on, do you think that bait truck was entrapment? Or what do you have your opinions about it? We still are looking for you to call in 708-223-8953. Join us on our live at IntellectualRadio.com, as well as our Facebook live feeds, as well as our Instagram feeds. So we are still here looking at that. But now that we came back, I just wanted to know, did you hear about the shootout that happened, that started in Harvey and ended up downtown by the lakefront this morning?
No, I didn't.
And the people got away.
Okay.
Okay.
How? I got to ask that question. How?
I'm not sure. They had a shootout from the first started with a shooting and a drive-by that killed a person in Harvey, and it ended up being a chase from Harvey all the way to downtown Chicago. And
what did they ended up running to besides this downtown?
They went from Harvey through the city all the way from downtown. But I see how they got away though, because remember the last time the police were chasing somebody and the sheriffs were chasing people? Remember they ended up killing an innocent family when the truck ran into the
Yes.
So, these are situations again that lets me know, or that I'm saying that this gun violence and this violence that is going on in the community got to stop. It has to stop. There has to be some sort of solution, be it come from the clergy, be it come from the political candidates or whatever, even the community activists and those and friends and family or whatever. We have to do something. I mean, the summer is almost over with. Do you think it's going to get better, or you think it's going to get worse?
Well, I see it getting worse first, because the thing is, it's not even about the community leaders. I think it's more so about whoever, like these shootings. I think they're part of like the gangs that are doing the shootings, whatever the case may be, whatever the shootings are about. I honestly believe that like people just need to learn how to value life, because the people that are doing these shootings, I mean, I'm almost certain it's over senseless stuff.
Yeah, the 80-year-old woman that did she die today, Earl? You know or not? The one that got shot she's in her house in the bed. And she got shot in the head at 4:00 in the morning.
I heard about that too. Like, so why are you shooting? Like, what is the point? People have to like really start second guessing themselves. They're like, man, I got all these heaters. I'm gonna go out here and do such and such and such and such. People just need to sit back and just rethink things.
Well, I think these young cats have no respect for life.
And they don't.
They have no respect for life. They have no respect for children. They have no respect for adults. They have no respect for the elderly. There's no respect there. And I had a conversation with some cats that was OGs, gangbanger straight to the hood.
Right.
And, they even said to me that these young cats today don't have no respect. When they were doing what they did, they used to, there was a respect. You don't gangbang, you don't shoot, you don't fight or nothing when you got kids. When you got kids around, when the elderly is around, when, there's women and children around.
They were innocent. They had nothing to do with what's going on with you.
You don't.
The problem is they don't care now. And I honestly wish that somebody would get in the ear of these dudes that just with all these guns. And I'm gonna tell you something else was part of the reason. I believe it's hip hop. And it's not old hip hop, it's this new hip hop era. There's always
trap music.
Yeah. Hip hop has evolved, and it was at one point I don't know, if you remember back in the 80s, that most of the time people like KRS-One and Eni Kamosi and Poor Righteous Teachers, all of these cats, they were rapping about
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest. They were rapping about equality. They were rapping about
Change. Blackness.
change. They were rapping about trying to uplift black people. It was a whole movement that stopped. And I mean, even down to the song Self-Destruction.
I was just going to say that.
Okay.
Self-Destruction.
You can laugh at that song, because a lot of people used to laugh at this song because I mean, it was talking about positivity.
Right, but the thing is, it was positive. It was saying that, hey, this is what is going on. We need you to change. We need you to do this. Now today, all of the songs and stuff that's out there is, I'm shoot up this person. I'm going to give my money. I'm going to give my racks. I'm going to do whatever. Stir it, cookie. All that BS. I personally don't like trap music just because it doesn't have a theme. It doesn't have a number. So again, like you said, it's with the respect part. There's no respect.
And you can blame it on hip hop. You can also blame it on video games, because I honestly don't know. And I said this before on a previous show. I don't know who approved Grand Theft Auto. Okay, they just said, okay, we're gonna have this real game where you're a gangster and you doing all this kind of stuff. You run through all these missions as a gangster, but then whoever did the presentation, they said all you gotta do is just slap a parental guidance on the front of it. Or
explicit MR17,
right.
NEC 17.
Because my thing is this: yeah, somebody 17 to go buy it, but guess what? Their little brother sitting down there watching them play it.
Right.
Little sister sitting down and watching them play it. And then you want all of the blame and the responsibility on the parent. But how about, look, why not? Why are you putting pressure on the parent to do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you didn't make this game, okay, and I'm almost certain that if the I guess it's called the EPA or I can't think of the people that sanction them or whatever, if they were to ban those kind of games, do you know how like the sales of all these games would like plummet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, again, like we discussed earlier, it's all about the mighty dollar. It's all about money. And this conversation that we're having, we can start this over next week and enjoy this, because we always start these conversations at the end of our show, and we always get people going on our live like, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So we're going to pick this up next week.
Yeah, that'll be a good topic for next week.
We're going to pick this up next week. And again, you guys, we want to thank you for listening to us and joining us and giving us the topics and taking them off the wall, because like you said, this is Off the Wall Show.
The Off the Wall Show on www.intellectualradio.com. And I am JB3.
And
I'm nothing nice. My flow's designed direct for my times. Chills down your spine. 7SB unwind. My flow, it transforms like I'm Optimus Prime. God bless me with the flow in the glow.